So here we got another weighted grade or homework, classwork, and exams, and final exams are each worth something different. Notice this time what's our grade going into the final exam? So we don't know what we made on the final exam. A final exam grade wasn't given. So this is one of those where I was like, be careful, don't always assume it's a 1. If you add everything up, it's a 1 on the bottom. This is an example of it because we don't have the final exam. So I'm going to give you a second to try to set this one up. It's going to work exactly the same, but we're not going to include that final exam because we don't have a grade to go with it. That also means when you add your percents on the bottom, it will not come out to a sum of 1 in the denominator. So go ahead and hit pause and see if you can try this one. It looks very similar to the one that we just did up above. All right, let's see how you did. On the homework, it was worth 10%, and Julie made a 92. And then on the classwork was also with 10%, and she made 87. And then the exams are each worth 15%. So I'm going to have several of those that are each 15%. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're each worth 15. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. I know that doesn't look very nice as a numerator, but I have a lot of room. On our denominator, we've got the 10% for homework, the 10% for classwork, and the 15% from each exam. If I add across the numerator, that's going to give me 60.2. The denominator would give me 0.8. And when I go to divide those out, I get 75.25 for my final grade going into the final exam. All right, we've got one more right here. This is another weighted mean, kind of like those first tables that we looked at. This one is a little bit nicer because we are given in order. So that's nice. So if we were asked for the median, it would make it easier. This one technically just asked for the mean. So we got X and F already labeled. So I'm ready to start my weighted mean. This one on MyMathLab, I'll tell you, it is so easy to miss typing in a 0. It can be a very frustrating problem to type in the calculator. Also be careful, like this one has a 500 on it, so be careful with those. I would just tell you, double check your typing in before you go to write your answer in MyMathLab. That's my numerator. And then I'm going to add up all those frequencies for my denominator. So again, just type these in a couple times, especially that numerator, make sure you're getting the same answer. So if you type in the numerator, and if you don't get this, give it another shot. Like I said, those zeros, there's so many to type in, is $838,000. The sum of the frequencies was 45. Since this is money, I'm going to go to 2 decimal places. We've seen in our class a lot when we're dealing with money. We always go to 2 decimal places. So that would be the mean. Just as an extra bonus for this one, because I know they're kind of hard, I'm just going to do the mode and the median as well. I know I didn't ask for that. Remember, the mode is the one with the highest frequency. So that would be 8,500. Now, if you want to give the median a try again, you could hit pause here and give it a try because this is the hard median one. And if you need to rewatch this a couple times for the median, that's okay too. So there are a total of 45 numbers in this list. I know we didn't list them all out, but we could have listed out, it would have had 12,000 written 8 times, then 16,000 written 11 times. So if we written every one of those numbers out, there would have been 45. And I know I've said a whole bunch, but the median is halfway. So I'm going to divide that by 2. So the median would have been the 23rd number in the list. If I'd listed out everything possible, it would have been the 23rd number. All right, let me come back over here. The first 8 numbers are 12,000. The next 11 numbers would be 16,000. So if I add those up, that gives me 19. So that would take me all the way through the 19th number, and I'm looking for the 23rd number. So then I add 14 more to that, and this one will get me through the 23rd number. So all the way through the 33rd number, every number, the first 8 are 12,000, the next 11, so 9 through 19 would have been 16,000, and then we would have picked up with the 20th number would start right here with 18,500. So the 20th number all the way through the 33rd number in the list would have been 18,500. And I was looking for 23, so 33 definitely's got that covered. So the median would have been 18,500.